Because of the first letter of his last name, tonight's Lifetime Achievement honoree is used to hearing his name called toward the end of the list. But what does the alphabet know about greatness? Congratulations to Dan Zahtila for being the 19th addition to the distinguished list of CRA Lifetime Achievement awardees. With 40-plus years in the industry and still going strong, he is most deserving. The son of a school administrator mother and an over-the-road truck-driving father, Dan joined the ranks of roofing professionals in 1978 after graduating from Thornton High School. He left behind a job at Albertsons that paid $2.16 per hour for the riches of a union position at Bacon & Schramm that paid $7.09 an hour. He thought he had struck gold. For the next 8 years, he installed low-slope roofs all over the metro area, moving from Bacon & Schramm to United Materials. The steep-slope roofers in the room may want to cover their ears for this. He says, with a smile, that to this day, he has never liked steep-slope work. It never fit him the way flat roofing has. Dan left the installation world for an estimating position with B&M Roofing in 1985. A year later, he met Melanie Michek, and after a 6-week courtship, the two were married. They do not recommend such a short romance to everyone, but it has worked for them for 34 years. Their blended family included Melanie's sons Josh and Jeremy, and Dan's daughter Christina. They later added 2 daughters, Whitney and Lacey, to make what Dan calls a big, happy family. In 1991, Dan left Colorado behind for the sunny climes of Southern California. Roofing in the Golden State was so completely different from anywhere else that he had to forget everything he had learned. Despite the joys of living in California, after 3 years, it was time to move back to Colorado.
I went to a bid that you could tell he was just feisty as he could be and confident. 5-6 years later, we were really in need for someone. Our commercial business was growing like crazy. So I hired Dan.
While the company had a huge presence in the Boulder Valley, Dan was tasked with developing its brand in the Denver metro area.
He was strong at the administrative side, and I'm not. So he'd say, "Are we really going to do it that way?" I said, "You're really going to do it that way." And he'd get it done. He's just a darn good roofing contractor, that's the truth.
His successes include work on the roofs at Denver International Airport and the Denver Art Museum.
I think that's one of the reasons why general contractors reach out to Black Roofing is for these high-profile, complex buildings because of people like Dan and the experience he has in the industry.
He would say, "I buy from people, not from companies." It's from the manufacturing side, through the supplier side of life, and through his competitors, that there's a mutual shared respect for Dan.
Of course, his litany of successes also includes replacing one built-up roof that consisted of tar and burlap sacks. Dan's presence in the CRA has also been monumental. He served on its membership, public relations, community service, and trade show committees, and was president of the CRA in 2012 and 2013. He was the first executive to personally answer calls from homeowners who had complaints about a member.
He gave the CRA backbone. He promoted integrity.
The Code of Ethics was created for the organization under Dan's presidential term, which just helps the value of the organization for all the members.
At Black Roofing, we never turned down an opportunity to work with Debbie on someone who needed a new roof, and Dan was always the first one to volunteer.
Dan's goal has always been to improve the industry's public image, and his contemporaries agree that he's done just that. If being part of the CRA was not adventure enough, Dan, along with his combination of wife and 3 friends, rode their motorcycles through all 48 continental United States during several trips in the late 1990s through the early 2010s. In 2017, as Tim Black inched toward retirement, Dan gained a controlling interest in Black Roofing and has been its president ever since. He welcomes many of the changes he's witnessed in the industry over the last 4 decades. That includes the giant leap in the use of technology and the fact that many more women are involved.
A roof, it covers everything. So I see my dad's love, care, and compassion, and I wanted to carry it forward. It's an honor for me to walk in his footsteps. Adams County Human Resources. Dan had been originally part of the crew that roofed it when it was something else, and I was a part of the journey of changing it and re-roofing it and redesigning it. So it was kind of neat. I told him that I made it better.
Despite all of the changes, Dan says the one thing about roofing that has not changed is that water runs downhill, and we have to do our best to keep it from running into the building. After a health scare last September, Dan says his family means everything to him, and he looks forward to spending more time with his wife, children, and 15 grandchildren. For now, he's excited to see how the other controlling partners in black roofing grow over the next few years and where they'll take the company. He'll probably be well into his retirement by the time he's 70 and no longer thinking about low-slope roofing on a day-to-day basis.
I know Dan is going to be very pleased to receive this award. His family and all of us are very proud of him and very glad that he's the one receiving it.
To be in this environment here with so many successful people and the predecessors that have won this award, to join those ranks, I'm positive that he'll be elated.
He's getting this award because he raised the level of integrity, the level of awareness, and just the quality of the CRA as an organization.
My mom has been fantastic. She did whatever she could to help his dreams come true. And part of this award is not only for him, but it's for her as well. So I think he's going to squirm through it and silently enjoy it. He's worked very hard for this opportunity. My dad is one of the most strong, will-powered, amazing men, and he just has faith that is unwavering, and I couldn't be more proud of him or more honored to be his daughter. To follow him is just a pure joy for me.
Wherever that retirement takes him, he will always be known as a CRA Lifetime Achievement Award winner. Congratulations to Dan Zahtila.